Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Control. This is episode 8. So last time we ended up having to go through quite a bit more of maintenance than expected to reach the Black Rock Quarry, which we finally reached at the end. I guess we're not really in the quarry yet though, because our objective is still to find it, and you can see it's past these tunnels we're in. Now I did find that little side area over there that dropped down into a place full of mold, but I think we can't do anything there until later in the game. So I'm going to have to remember that's there and come back. Also, I did a little bit more of cleaning up my mods and equipping, since I didn't even do that in the last episode. Nope. I think we got a new... Oh, yeah, new major targets popped up. So, Grip, because I upgraded it, it now has a second slot, so I kept the damage against enemy armor, which is only level 1, but I still haven't got another mod that has that effect. And then I equipped the ammo refund we got, which is actually pretty good because it's on hit, not on kill like I assumed, so every time we hit an enemy we're getting a little bit more ammo back. And then I just replaced Shatter Projectile with the +4 instead of the +2 that we had before. I've got a dodge reducing cost, and then apparently at some point I got a level 4 mod for energy recovery, so that's what I'm using there. In case you wanted to know my loadout. Alright, so this just leads there as well. A lot of paths from this area. Also, I feel like I gotta turn down the brightness a little bit, because this game can get really bloomy sometimes. So, brightness... let's turn it down to just 50 for now. I don't want it to be too dark, because it also does get pretty dark in certain areas. I think this game just has some very intense lighting. Okay, so... I don't think we can get through here, but there's that starry sky we saw in the teaser for this mission. So we can go this way. Yeah, I think that's locked from the other side, so... that just leaves this upper path. Alright. I will say this game has... sometimes feels like it has an intimidating amount of paths you can go down, but that's because a lot of these areas are meant to be revisited later when you have more abilities. Quarry Equipment Order. Federal Bureau of Control, we need additional diamond blades ASAP, continuous rim this time, to get the clean cut research wants. This Black Rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of Black Rock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better fucking work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. I do wonder why the fire breaks didn't apparently work to keep the hiss from spreading, considering they're supposed to cancel out resonances. Oh. Is that an Astral Spike down there? Because if it is, we can't kill it. But it's probably guarding something, right? Oh, alright. It's guarding a bunch of mold people. Let's get a good look at these guys for a second. So, are these, like, not hiss at all? These are just something else that happened to get out while we were being overrun by the hiss? Because they look a little bit like, you know, Last of Us zombies, except they're entirely made of mold. I do like that we have this option now with photo mode to look at these up close. So these are mold hosts. I'm gonna say that there's no way to save them. They're level 5. So they're pretty tough, but they can't do shit from here. Just gotta put them down. It's a mercy killing, really. Well, they did drop some good materials. Health recovery. So, this is interesting because the mold came out of a threshold, but I guess now it's spreading into another threshold? Or is this the one it came from? Launch efficiency. Oh, this is probably about the mold. Quarry worker incident. Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled out from behind some black rock. Looked like hell. I called up to medical right away. He was half starved. He's been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for someone to come help, he kept telling me about some carvings. Something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics came, they brought security, and they grabbed David and hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you're on the next shift, so I thought I'd leave this for you. He was your husband. You have a right to know. The way security was acting, well, I don't know if we're going to see David again. I'm so sorry, Linda. Burn this after you read it. Well, clearly she didn't, because we found it. Also, it says we have more multimedia. I don't know if we got a new file. Expedition debrief. That's the one with the mermaid. Altered workspace. Yeah, I think these are all the same. So I guess we didn't actually get a file on the mold yet. But I bet we'll know more about that ancient tree later. Those things aren't too bad. They just damage you when they're close to you. I don't think they, like, kill you on touch or anything. Oop. I didn't realize the ground was slowly floating down. Alright.
Oh, not what I expected.
Here's the quarry. It's funny because there's a certain quality to the skybox here that makes it just look like it's painted onto a ceiling. But I think it's just because it's a JPEG. It really feels like it should be moving a little bit, is maybe why it looks so weird. Like that should be kind of shimmering. But I guess they didn't think it was necessary for this one area. Okay, well there is enemies here. I think this is just so we can get back out. So now that we're here, we need to find ourselves, I guess, suitable material to make a prism? I mean, there's black rock everywhere, but maybe we need a specific kind. Let's see. Doesn't seem like there's anything up here. Oh, well, there's something up there, so either I can drop down from here, or I could levitate up there when I have levitate. I feel like when you get levitate, you have to do a lot of backtracking to get all the secrets. I mean, this place is weird, but it seems mostly harmless. Okay, I think this is just a shortcut for us to get back out. No smoking reminder. All Bureau personnel are reminded, kindly not smoke in the quarry. Even though the quarry area is technically an outdoor space, it's still part of the Bureau, and therefore the no smoking rule does apply. Not only is it considerate towards your fellow employees to refrain from inflicting the harm of secondhand smoke, it is also prudent to avoid any risk of gas fires, unforeseen threshold reactions, and possible creation of altered receptacles. Under no circumstances should cigarettes' butts be left in the quarry. Thank you for your understanding. It's like, hey, if you do smoke, don't leave your cigarette butts in there. They might become objects of power. I really should be using Pierce at this range. Especially now that they have shields. Because Shatter's good, but big open space like this, it's not very useful. You fools, I have the high ground. He's a little too close to the wall for me to hit him with that. I think it's just that they can't get up here, so they're running real close to the wall. Now we got 2 psychics. Okay, let's take you out of the picture. It's definitely a lot more shots than I can do without the recharge ability. Man, there's a lot of them in the quarry. I wonder if they didn't expect me to initiate this fight from up here. And that's why they're all just standing around. They're like, oh yeah, the player's just gonna walk down into the quarry. Oh, he threw something explosive. Well, this is an annoying impasse because I can't really... Yeah, I can't really go out there without dying. I really need to use my shield ability more fluidly. Like, you know, as soon as they're about to throw something, pop it up and then drop it after they do. I just wish the shield was like a hold ability, because as it is, you press the button, and she just keeps the shield up. I would rather have it so you press it, and it stays up as long as you hold it. I wonder if that's a toggle you can change. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's just a shield button, but there's no toggle/hold option. These guys are probably going to respawn. But maybe not because I opened the shortcut. Where was that shortcut? Oh, over here. I also need to use evade more, but I was really just in a bad spot up there. Not a lot of cover up on the wall of the quarry. See, I'm still up high from here, but at least now there's stuff I can hide behind. The other problem is I often press evade when I mean to press shield because they are just my 2 side mouse buttons. Yep. 2 kills, 1 object. Okay, so throwing something at those guys does throw them off balance. Yeah, I gotta kill that sphere. It's just gonna heal them. I think Shatter would probably actually work better on those. Oh boy. I think 3 of those exploding on me did less damage than that guy throwing 1 rock. Okay, there's still 1 more charge down there. Alright. That works pretty well on them. Oh, I got a headshot boost, and it's green. So I think that'll be better for Pierce. This one. Yeah, plus 56. Grab these crafting materials. Alright, so I don't know if there's more stuff around, but let's at least do the objective first. Quarry incident. Incident report regarding quarry operations. Summary. During my weekly safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of redacted. The whole team was redacted, aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained redacted for more than redacted minutes, until they had to resort to literally redacted. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. So, okay, so apparently there is a mysterious city visible from the quarry. So we need to activate the explosives. It kind of seems weird to have a bunch of batteries just connected to explosives from that range, but I guess that's how they do things. Is there a battery over here? I feel like there's a reason to go up this. Yeah, there's a battery over there. Can't get up that, though. See, again, having levitate would make this a lot easier, because I could just go up. I do like that you can hold stuff with lift while levitating. Oh. It sounded like that was a countdown, like it was going to explode, but I guess I still need to press a button. Maybe that just is the armed sound? I mean, Polaris is like, hey, here it is, but, oh. Follow the cables. I guess this is what a raw Black Rock Prism looks like. They did say it was like a more densely concentrated type of Black Rock.
And there it is, right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
That seems to further support my idea that Polaris is somehow related to Hedron. Hedron being this entity that Dr. Darling is so obsessed with, can help them. Okay, there is definitely like a series of platforms there, but I don't know if I can... Oh, it looks like they do kind of align, so I might be able to dash across those. Where did that spike come from? Also, there are a lot more batteries here than I needed, so I wonder if there's another device. Okay, that's where it came from, that side. I think that's the mold tunnel over there. So really, it's only the other side I haven't checked out. And there's another restricted area up there. From here... drop down here. Don't know if this one will get low enough for me to climb onto. Alright, some crafting material, so I'm going the right way. I actually thought these things were sinking earlier because I was standing on them, but I guess they just kind of drift. So, these ones should align, and then we can get up there, which I have to assume you can't get up to otherwise. Kind of looks like I could have just jumped across here. Might have missed my opportunity there. No. I think that one might be a little too... Not sure. I mean, I'm obviously going to have to come back here at some point. So... might just call it a bust for now. Unless I can get really high up and then like, look over the rim. Yeah, okay, so those just lead up here. Maybe I was supposed to actually use those to get to that. And not go up them. But... we got it either way. Got a weird clicking sound in this combat music. Also, the only reason we have combat music is because of that spike down there. Oh, shit. I accidentally clicked dash when I just meant to hit aim. Don't ask me how I did that with my thumb while using my finger to aim, but... Alright. So... I think for the moment, we've got what we need. We just need to get out of here. There isn't really any secrets I can reach. There was like a little room back here. Or nothing. Alright. Yeah, I think this is pretty much a dead end. So, suppose we'll come back when I have, like, levitate or something. Alright, so it wants me to speak to Marshall, which means we should just warp back. Oh man, these things are everywhere now. But this isn't the astral plane, so they shouldn't be here. Okay, fast travel to research. I guess it's central research? It's been a while since we've just teleported somewhere, instead of walking or taking an elevator. Oh, Marshall's in executive now. I guess she didn't hang around. Also, I have 3 ability points, so let's max out... Oh, no, it needs 4. I could max out nothing. What I meant to say is that I could put a point into energy, but I think we'll save up for health first and then go from there. Alright. Central Executive. Probably check in with Emily as well while we're here. And Arish might be here too? I feel like we're just gathering everyone here now. That they've completed their respective assignments.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Faded. Find a prism.
Oh, I thought that was just a guard, but is that... Oh? Also, so those are pretty much Lewis guns as far as I know, but I don't really understand why they're using them instead of, you know, all the other modern weaponry they also have. I wonder if we'll get a note about that somewhere. Well, this document was not here before. Linguistic ability. Analysis of the Hiss threat, Part 2, confidential. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the Hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating Hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the one repeated by more violent Hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeated string of words? Is this how the Hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. Refer to file redacted for full report. How's it going, Emily?
Hi, Jesse.
Have you been really busy sitting in this boardroom?
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
He's usually in his office in research, or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few, all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve. He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
I feel like we've had that conversation, so maybe nothing here is new.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Because I do remember asking about the control points as well, and her being surprised that we can teleport with them. Alright, Marshall, where are you at? Apparently she's in this room, somewhere.
Situation report. All sectors.
Executive.
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
I don't know what to do with this.
HRA production immediately.
Okay, I guess we don't have to go back down there and solve another puzzle.
I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
But first I'm gonna need you to do something else for me.
He's here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codename P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now?
But I bet he's got all kinds of
So
telekinetic abilities.
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away?
Where is Dylan? He's kept in the Containment Sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are?
But he's a little more unstable.
I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan.
Is she gonna leave the Bureau? Can she leave the Bureau?
Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here.
I'm only here for selfish
These
reasons.
People took my brother, but they've accepted me without question. Are they my enemies or my friends? I need to see Dylan. I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay?
Boy, containment is a really bleak sector.
I could use a friend right now.
Alright, mission completed.
Another box of ammo unaccounted for. Nobody respects the clipboard.
Pedantic guard is very disappointed. Alright, is Arish here?
It's ridiculous.
That he?
Pope's grasping at straws.
Why? If his
Nope.
is a frequency, then why couldn't it vibrate molecules?
Just a weird guard with slightly too close together eyes. Alright, so I'm curious if there's anywhere that I haven't been here. Because it looks like every major room is checked off. So I don't know if there's any doors that, you know, I couldn't open. Oh, these guys are leveled up. There's this thing. That's the thing I can't really get through. But I think for the most part there's nothing else. I do want to go back to the director's office though, because there was like a level 5 door there. If I can figure out how to get to it. I guess I never came back here even when we got the level 1 clearance. Since this is pretty much where we got our first clearance. Alright, so I think the director's office was just through this hallway, right?
Nelkis followed you in, right?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April. Case number...
Salvador is the
HQ593.
main security guy that Arish works for.
The altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low-clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
So 2 staff used a teleporting jukebox to teleport themselves to the quarry so they could fuck without getting caught. You'd think there would be enough nooks and crannies in this place that you could do that without having to go to the other world. And I guess either it killed them or they just died because it's a hostile area. Results overview, the America Overnight program. So this is the radio show we heard before. The America Overnight program has operated successfully for over redacted years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experiences with the paranatural. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. In this report, the Investigation Sector has cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrences analysis. The more redacted results of Night Springs has also been cataloged in a separate report. Refer to file redacted for full report. So I'm pretty sure that was my guess of what that radio show was when we first heard it. in like episode 2 or 3. Also, Night Springs is the Twilight Zone-esque show that plays on various TVs in Alan Wake. And going by what they've talked about for the DLC for this game, which sounds like it's all going to be post-game story stuff, it sounds like they are going to have a directly relevant to Alan Wake DLC as the final DLC for this. And I did a little bit of reading, and it sounds like there are also hints in Quantum Break that all 3 of these are connected in a single universe. So, I mean, it would make sense for Alan Wake to be, you know, attached to Control, because basically what happens in that game is an altered world event. And the lake, I guess, is a place of power. But even the term AWE shows up in Quantum Break. Is this music? Human music? Also, I'd love to get me one of those bureau mugs. There's the jukebox. Can I do anything with it? I mean, the door's locked, but there doesn't seem to be a way to open it. Hiss nodes. Research. I don't know if it's worth doing any of these. It seems like they just give you extra stuff. Alright, so director's office. I guess we have to go from the 2nd floor to get to the director's office.
He's here to analyze something as complex as the hiss? How delusional.
We should be out there. Those things are killing our buddies while we babysit the
Okay, executive affairs is this way.
We need to be smart about this. They've got control of the entire bureau.
Fuck that. The longer we sit here, the worse it's gonna get.
Pope's promotion. Employee report. Review. Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research reports redacted for breakthroughs resulting from her work. Recommendation. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her coworkers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to the position of research specialist. That's probably been here since the start of the game. I don't know. This room probably wasn't all set up for research like this before. Energy boost, red. Is that even better than the one I have now? It is, it's a level 5. But it's... oh, that's energy boost, not energy recovery speed. So absolute, I assume, is the best level we can get. Collective unconscious. Examination of paranatural topics. Collective unconscious. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Young Report, page 12 to 34. Through this collective unconsciousness, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images, shared by a massive population, is redacted in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. These things only exist because of our collective belief that they could exist.
I wonder if that weird janitor had a hand in this. I never trusted that freak.
Hey, don't talk shit about Ahti. I'll fight you. Technological restrictions. Sorry for the abundance of notes, but I guess these have been popping up as I made progress in the game. Technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconsciousness is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. I guess that's the reason that the entrance said not to bring any phones in here. It's not that they don't work, it's that they might fucking blow up. Violently.
Sounds like the new director is handling things as well as she can.
Now, you better be talking nice about me when I'm here. I still love these like black and white boxes with just labels on them. It's all off-brand stuff. Or maybe brands are just not allowed in the Bureau because, again, the power they hold. Shifted bathroom complaint. Okay, this one I think is worth reading. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. Can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Or like bring in a porta potty or something. Do we ever go in here? Oh, there's Trench. And who's that? Alright. Well, we should probably wrap up in a minute, but I still want to get to the director's office. I know where it is. At this point, I'm just looking around for stuff that I've missed up here. I keep finding all these shatter mods that affect recoil, but it doesn't really feel like it has that much recoil. Maybe that's just because I keep firing it at point blank. Okay, I think this was the door I was thinking of. What's going on in here? Blank sticky notes cover every wall. Every surface. Sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or my home phone. I put one fucking sticky note up and now the entire office is made of them. Is this really unusable though? You can just walk over these. Oh, is this a special one? I don't think we've seen a yellow one before. Oh, yeah, we did get an orange mod and some house memory, which I think we needed to upgrade Pierce or Shatter. Alright, let's warp. Okay, now we have 6 points, so let's get health. And then I could not upgrade anything except shield. Alright. So we can't upgrade either of these. And I guess we can't upgrade Shadow yet, because it's not even in this list. Okay, this is the thing I need house memory for, is so that I can craft better mods. I don't know if... I guess these are random. If it's random, then why is there 2 different listings for it? Rate of fire boost. Okay, so I probably want to upgrade this again, right? Because it seems like I'm still not getting great stuff here. Yeah, so these are probably what I need some of these resources I've been picking up for. Accuracy boost. Alright. Well, let's not throw all of my money into those. Okay, so maintenance. If I want to talk to Ahti, I think I need to go to ventilation and then drop down. I want to see if he's got a mission for us. And I think I read that we should check out the area where we fell through the floor, which was next to Ahti as well. Okay, so from here... his office is just across this room. Enemies are going to spawn, but we're just going to get past them without bothering with all of them. Because I guess that room is just forever going to be a spawn point.
Containment Sector has blown to pussy splinters. Blood won't end even if you keep doing it.
What was that head swing he did? Alright, we got 2 new jobs available. Talk to the plants.
They are very good listeners. You can tell them anything. Or you can sing to them. They like that.
Alright. We did see a note about Ahti singing to the plants in research, so that's probably where that is.
What's the worst thing about this? It's back. What kill a bad thing? Paska mikä paska.
Okay. So the clog is back. Where's that one? Investigate the X-ray light box. Talk to the plants. Central research. Help Ahti by clearing the clog from the pump station. I don't think we've been there yet. But also, there is a room. I don't know if that's above us. You can see that there's a room we haven't been to. That's kind of split off from here. But that appears to be through this wall, so it's either above or below. Oh, there's an elevator here. Oh, but that just goes down, right? Yeah, that doesn't go up. Alright. So we did get our missions. Let's go back. And then I think we'll wrap up. Let's see, where was this hallway? I think it's this one, where the break room is. Oh, level 2 door here. Whose office is this? Spin rate of fire boost. It seems like these are leveled based on my level and not the area when we find them in, which is good. Because it means even if I find these later, they're not going to be useless. Is this one we've already seen? I think it is. No, it seems to be a perfectly normal break room now. So I guess there's nothing we need to do in here? So there is a hole in the roof. So I don't think we can do anything else here right now. I guess we'll just go back to the control point, teleport, and that'll be a good place to stop. If I can find it. So we'll set... I guess we'll set this as our mission, see where that is. Well, apparently it's in the place that I don't know how to get to. So... maybe we'll set the other one. Fast travel to Central Research. There is more to check out here as well. A lot of locked doors and side areas we didn't really poke into before. I was wondering if that would cancel out fall damage, and it seems like it does if you dash right before you hit the ground.
Talk to the plants. Small talk was never really my strong suit. At least small talk was never really my strong suit. At least they can't talk back.
Which plants exactly am I supposed to talk to? Because there's a lot of plants down here.
I hope your day has been productive, little plant. That really works, huh?
Also, ask the plants to stop releasing toxic gas that makes us commit suicide.
I hope those nasty hiss haven't been bothering you too much.
Don't worry, Jesse, it doesn't actually matter what you say, it's just the tone you use when you speak to the plants. Whatever those are, they are supposed to look like that. Yep, there's the mold infection. I guess these are the nodes that we have a mission to destroy. They don't seem to really do anything, they're just around.
I wish my leaves were as pretty as yours.
I also wish I had leaves. Then I wouldn't need to eat or anything. That'd be pretty cool, right? Alright, well, before we continue talking to these plants, I think we'll wrap up here and finish up this mission next time. So until then, I've been Shadefyre, and I hope you'll continue to join me as we take control back of the Federal Bureau of Control. Take care, everyone.